Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the original Homegrown, brought to you by Aftermark Promotions. And my name is Suzanne Tenaire. Today, I'm being joined by this very, very special guest, Vanna Pacella of the Vanna Pacella Power Trio. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
You're a singer, songwriter, keyboardist. You play synth bass in your power trio.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, with your bandmates, Tom Davis on guitars and Nick Simpson on drums. I know we got a few photos of them. We're going to be seeing their faces too through this podcast. But you are one of the new, I want to say the new it girls here.
Thank you.
In the New England area, because I'm very impressed with some of the up and coming young bands like yours that are shaking up the local music scene here in Cape Cod in New England as well. We're here to promote your upcoming debut full-length record entitled "Listen," which I love the title.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's just listen. Just everybody shut up and listen, right?
Yeah, I had a hard time deciding on the title, but the title track is called "Listen."
Yes.
And that's what inspired it. And I was like, is that going to be confusing if people are like, oh, listen to Vanna's new album, Listen? I'm like, no, this is the whole point of the record. As a society, we're having such a hard time sitting down and taking something in. And that's kind of what I want to portray with this record. So I said, why not? It's going to be called Listen.
So, see, I don't know all the names of the tracks because it hasn't been released yet. So Listen is actually one of the tracks.
Yes, it is.
Wow. And you're going to release it on Friday, July 25th of this year, 2025. And before we get to a few tracks, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're only 18. You just turned 18.
Yes,
right?
I did.
And I hear you taught yourself to play some instruments. Is that true?
So I took piano lessons from 6 to 12, but I play by ear. So I do have all my theory knowledge, but I play mostly by ear. I never had any proper vocal training. I just kind of decided one day that I wanted to be a singer.
Wow. You have such a depth to your tone. You've never had a lesson? Wow.
I had one lesson like years before I started singing, and I was like, not for me. I'm not doing it. I'm all set. But no, I never had any proper training, but I have done so much work on myself and my voice personally, and just exploring my instrument and trying my best to, I think as singers, it's easy to fall into what everybody else wants us to sound like. And I've done my best to hone in on what I want to sound like and what I'm supposed to sound like.
Which is wonderful because you also play many cover tunes when your power trio plays. I know you love the Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. But again, you don't want to sound like her. You want to sound like you, and you do.
Thank you very much.
And you do. So what? So let's hear the first release. Now, this is called Wolf. We're about to hear. You had a bunch of tremendous reviews on this particular song, Wolf. I know for the A&R Factory says, Vanna Pacella haunts with her soul-steeped indie pop single, Wolf. And you've had some wonderful reviews. Everybody's talking about. Tell us about the inspiration writing Wolf.
So Wolf actually started on Halloween. I was coming in. It is not about anything to do with Halloween. It's just really funny that the way it all worked. So we had just started recording our first single, which was The Dark Side of the Light. And it was our first session. We had every intention of going to a studio to record it. And we were just making a demo. So we were recording this demo professionally with, my drummer Nick's equipment. And I walked into the other room. As I always do, I grabbed my notes app, wrote down this little idea, and it was just, now I know I'm crying wolf. And I walked into the room, and if you know Nick has like 1,000 songs out that he's put out as his project called Pleasure Cult. And he was showing Tom, he's like, look at this song I put out, and it was called Wolf. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool. Yeah. And I literally had thought of it like 10 seconds before. So I was like, wow. And that's the night that it all kind of came together. And then over the course of the next few months, I kept putting these pieces together. And most of my songs come from, I'll sit down, write a page of like poetry ideas, and then I can kind of piece everything together. But that's how it started.
Well, it's a beautiful melody, and we're going to hear it. Don't forget, you've that album release show with the band at Soundcheck Studio in Pembroke with a special guest to be announced, a live performance and listening party for the new record to be released on Friday, July 25th. Tickets are on sale now, too, right? Or is it sold
Absolutely.
out? It's going to be sold out, no
Oh,
doubt.
thank you so much.
I hope
Not yet.
so.
We
Yeah.
just announced a little over a week ago. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing with my power trio. We have a couple special guests joining the band too to make the tracks as big as possible and sound just like the record. So if you want to be one of the first people to hear the album, you can hear it live July 25th.
Love it. All right. Well, here it is. Here's Wolf, the first single from the Vanna Pachella Power Trio's upcoming album, Listen. And you're watching the original Homegrown with me, Suzanne Tenay, and Vanna Pachella. Here we go. Let's give it a listen.
Shattered mirror on high ground. Are they ever gonna find me out? Well, my missing pieces get me found. Where is my power when I say that I'm never gonna take the bait? Nothing you can't negotiate. As we walk along the line, I can feel you change my mind, and I just can't shake your hold. As we walk along the line, I am yours, true and confined. And by midnight I am crying wolf. I could run away from you, but what good would running do when I built you into home? Now I'm sure there's no way out. I can't love and live without, so lay me down and let me cry. Oh, oh, oh,
That's the hauntingly beautiful single Wolf by our studio guest, Vanna Pacella, and her power trio, available to stream on all platforms, by the way, including Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Boy, lots of emotion in that song. Wow! And quite the sonic experience. I kind of blasted it in my car a few times, and the melody that I say what is it? La da 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 da. It's like that is beautiful melody.
Oh, thank you
Very.
so much. I remember when I came up with that, which is kind of a funny story. I was in a rehearsal with my guitar player Tom, and we had just gotten back from doing something, and I sat down on the piano, and I was just kind of noodling, and I started to come up with that. And then I looked over at him and was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Our rehearsal's taking a turn. I got to work on this. I just, when you start coming up with something, you got to focus on it right then.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And I kind of came up with most of the song, not lyrically, but most of the musical form right there. And he was just kind of like watching and like, wow, taking in the experience of building something. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, that is great. We're going to talk more about that writing experience, but I want to remind our viewers that you're watching the original Homegrown here at the Cape Media Center in Dennis, powered by Aftermark Promotions, and I'm Suzanne Tenaire with Vanna. Let's talk about the guys in the band because, well, you can't do it without them, right? I mean, they're power
Absolutely
trio. Let's
not.
start with Tom Davis, your lead guitar player. How'd you guys meet? Did you guys go to school together? Or?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay.
We actually met at the music room at
Okay.
the jam that they held there.
I just realized that he works at Charlie's Music.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I know that face. Yeah. But
Everyone knows him.
he's I don't know him personally, but I love his guitar playing. And I love how he brings back the that lead guitar, which we're going to hear on the next song. But you guys met on the local music scene, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
We met at a jam at the music room, which is
Okay.
actually the same place that I met Nick. But yeah, everyone around here seems to know Tom from working at Charlie's. He is an incredible person. If you met him, you would love him. But yeah, his playing brings something to my music that's very raw, and it's very very vintage sounding, which is exactly what I wanted for my band. And as a power trio, every little thing counts. So anything you hear in the record or live, it's very rootsy and real, and I wouldn't be able to do it without him.
What kind of a guitar does he play? Do you know? What kind
He plays a Yamaha Rev Star, and I do know this because
Yeah.
I actually inherited his old one.
Ooh, look at you.
So I have the same one.
Look at you. All right, and then there's Nick Simpson. You're a drummer, percussionist, also has a solo project, right? He's
Yeah.
got his own little thing going on, kind of like what do they call it? Indie pop kind of twang, fun kind of noise. That He's got
Yeah.
his own project, but he's providing that backbeat for you.
Absolutely. Yep, he is a great singer, and he's actually does live harmonies for us too.
All right.
And he plays guitar. He's got so many different facets. But yeah, he's putting out music under Nork right now.
Nork, yeah,
he
Nork,
put a
yeah.
bunch of music out under Pleasure Cult too. So if you're ever looking for some super fun, he's done like every single genre. But if you're looking for anything to listen to, got to go check him out too.
Absolutely. Well, your power trio as well. And hey, congratulations. Recently winning in the New England Songwriting Competition for songs Come and Go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That won first place, Adult Contemporary. And then second place as a singer-songwriter for The Dark Side of the Light, which we're going to
Yeah.
hear in just a few minutes. But I got to say, do a fantastic job on your social media, your promotions. Now, you tell me that you do all that yourself?
I do.
What?
Yeah. So if you talk to anybody I know, I absolutely despise social media. I hate it. I think it's done such negative things for this world. But as a
Well,
musician, I have
true.
no choice
True.
but to use it. So I'm doing my best to kind of separate my life from the business, because I'm like, you know what? This isn't who I am. This is just to get my music to people, and I'm starting to come around on it and enjoy,
Yeah.
watching people connect, because I've had people from other parts of the world see my content that I'm putting out. I'm like, wow, that's really cool.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's, as musicians, we are burdened with needing that aspect
But
of
it is good because you're staying fresh in everyone's mind daily. It seems like you have stuff going on Facebook and Instagram. Video clips are fun, and you do a lot of editing there. And you got some merch for sale too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we have amazing design for our merch.
I do love it. I love your logo.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Who designed that?
It was actually Susie Art, who is some distant relative of ours, but they have
nice.
yeah, it was Nick at Susie Art. Definitely recommend if anyone's looking for a logo.
And you guys are gigging. Get a lot of gigs on the books coming up in the next year, so people can check you out on you. And again, you do all the social marketing, which is great. I didn't want to mention one of the gigs coming up before we get to another track from your forthcoming album. Listen, I want to talk about Hints Fest, which is coming up, called "The Music Never Stops," Saturday, June 21st at Cape Cod Beer. This is to benefit the Mark Hennessy Foundation. I know you're probably too young to remember Mark and his wonderful bands. And he was a wonderful person too. Everyone loved him, and he died way too soon. The Mark Hennessy Foundation is created to honor Mark's wishes to support musicians here on Cape Cod and beyond. And Mark again built a career doing what he loved, playing music, and he's terribly missed on the local music scene. However, this big show features not only your power trio, N Trains on the tickets, Nikki and the Barn Boys, another band that's making some waves here on Cape Cod.
Absolutely.
Dirty Water Dance Band too. There'll be auctions, food trucks, beer, of course, and again that's on June 21st. So you're a big part of that event too. We're going to remind people to do that. All right, so let's play another song from Listen, your forthcoming album that's being released on July 25th, Dark Side of the Light. You know, your songwriting is so mature for being just 18 years old. I don't know. I mean, do you have a lot of musical talent in your family that was passed down to you? Or?
No.
No?
I'm pretty sure I'm the only musician in my family, actually.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
But thank you so much.
Sure. I mean, with the help of Tom Davis on guitars and Nick Simpson on drums, they add such a nostalgic yet refreshing sound to your vocals, the keys, the synth bass. So the songwriting process for this is usually you have the idea or from all your songs, and then the guys come in with their parts. Is that how it usually works?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I write all of the material. I kind of come up with everything in the way that I want them to play their parts, and then I give it to them and explain my thoughts, and then they bring it to life. But I usually end up writing all the parts for everybody. But there are definitely times on the record where, Tom comes up with a line or, a chord progression, or Nick will come up with some awesome fills and stuff. But for the most part, I'm kind of laying out everything for everybody.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That is just fantastic. Wow. Yeah. So talented. I again, without having any background in music, it's like, where did that come from? I don't know. It's like, what do they say? Like an old soul, right? Has anybody ever said that to you?
Absolutely.
An old soul. A little bit of like, I want to say, so you remind me too, with even your look, like stuff, you've got like you remind me with your look of anywhere from like a little Stevie Nicks to even Joni Mitchell.
Absolutely.
Is she a big influence for you, Joni?
Yeah,
I can hear it in your vocals.
I play Joni Mitchell in a tribute to the Last Waltz.
I did see that. That was a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did that, and that must have been fantastic. All right, well, let's play another track from Listen. This is, of course, The Dark Side of the Light. And again, don't forget, on July 25th, that's a Friday, you got the album release show with the band at Soundcheck Studios in Pembroke. And this is going to be a live performance of the whole album. Doors open at 7, shows at 8, and tickets on sale for $20 in advance, $25 at the door if there's any left. So I wouldn't wait. I would not wait. So, all right, Vanna Pachella Trio now with Dark Side of the Light on the original Homegrown. Thanks so much for listening.
I
The Dark Side of the Light from the Vanna Picella Trio here on the original Homegrown, brought to you by Aftermark Promotions. And I'm Suzanne Tenaire with Vanna here in our studios. Upcoming from your full-length album called Listen, that's being released on July 25th of this year with the album release show in Pembroke. That's not too far from here on Cape Cod at Soundcheck Studios, right? And it's going to be an entire live performance.
Absolutely.
Exciting.
Yep, we're going to play the full record, probably a few of our favorite covers, maybe some Led Zeppelin in there.
Oh, what's your favorite Led Zeppelin song that you cover, by the way?
Definitely No Quarter.
Really? That is ambitious. I'm going to come just to see that. I love Led Zeppelin. Wow. Doors open at 7 for the show, and the show is at 8. Tickets on sale now, $20 in advance, $25 at the door. How people get tickets, by the way? I want to ask you that.
So there are...
Is there a link somewhere?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
on my Facebook page
Okay.
or my Instagram. You can find it at soundcheckstudios.com as
Okay.
Well.
Perfect.
It's on my website. We have it plastered.
All right. We will also get it up, too, on this podcast for people to get tickets. And don't forget to listen to their music on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube is where you can also find your music. I love your wardrobe. Let's talk about that for a second.
Thank
My
you.
goodness. Now, you where do you get, do you shop at a lot of thrift shops?
Oh, yeah.
I love
Almost
it.
strictly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. There's one store that I always go to probably every 3 or 4 months and get my seasonal wardrobe is the Boho Babe in Situate.
Really?
Yes, shout out.
Shout out to the Boho Babe.
I'm pretty
All right.
sure. Yeah, I think both of the things I'm wearing are from
Okay.
her. But yeah, it's just beautiful. I played an event that she sponsored, and so all the girls who were in this event got styled by her. And ever since I went there, I'm like, oh my god, this is my new place.
No, your look is unique, so good for you.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's very unique. Yeah. Tell us one thing about Vanna that nobody knows about. I don't know. Do you have something you want to share? Just thought it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it's not that crazy, but I don't talk about it too often, is I'm a cat mom. And
You're
I
a
have-
cat mom?
Yes.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. How many cats do you have?
Just one.
Oh, all right.
Just my
all right.
baby, my only
Okay,
child.
all right. When I think of cat moms, I think of maybe, 30, 40 cats.
Oh, no. No, I
At
could
least
never.
not yet.
Sometimes
right?
I think about, we should get another one. And I'm like, oh, she'd probably hate us for that.
What is your kitty's name, by the way?
Good question.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Does
So-
Kitty have a name?
No.
What?
She probably has 200 names.
Uh-oh.
We always just call her baby. We call her the queen.
she
Anything
comes.
that comes to mind at the time.
Oh,
We
that's
also
funny.
have a note in my phone with just hundreds of cat names, just completely random words that we put together and call her. So
It's a different name every day.
mhm.
And as long as she comes when you call her. She
Yeah.
maybe knows that.
She's not. Unfortunately, she doesn't listen to her mother and listen like I'm asking the world to do right now. She's not a very good listener, but she's adorable.
Well, she's a cat, and cats are so independent. So what are you going to do, right?
Very true.
Yeah. So anyway, let's hear another track from Listen. You got your guitar. Thanks so much for bringing that in.
Of course.
Let's play the song. Was it Come and Go? Just a little bit of it. We're going to get a little live snippet, maybe a verse and a chorus of. This is the first place in the competition from.
New England songwriting competition.
Right, and that just took place recently, and this is Come and Go. So congratulations on winning. So
Thank you so much.
all right, give us a little tease
Of
here.
course.
Ooh. Running out of things to think about, you. It don't amount to nothing anyway, but I put you on, and I play over and over again. I put you on, and I flipped around till the signal ended. trust me, baby, this much I know. But I will hold your power anyway, so I put you on and wear you around nearly every day. I put you on the shelf when I should have just thrown you away. I guess they always come and go. Oh, that's all you get for right now.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Your vocals, Vanna, are so. I mean, the quality of your voice, very, very capturing and mesmerizing. As a singer myself, I don't know if you knew that about me, but you have a great tone.
Thank
and
you.
I'm amazed that you've never had a lesson.
Thank you so much. That
you've
means the
got
world
good
to me.
control, and of course you're so talented. Vanna Pachella, another track you heard. We heard a little tease that one's come and go from the album. Listen, hear the whole thing. On Friday, July 25th is when the album will be released. But you're doing this special show in Pembroke at Soundcheck Studios. And the doors will open at 7 o'clock, shows at 8. Tickets now on sale, 20 in advance, 25 at the door. Yes.
That's like the show. That's like
very unique.
It's gonna
how many
be-
people does that place fill, do you know?
500.
Oh, really? Oh,
500
good.
capacity.
All right, let's sell it out.
Let's fill it up.
Yeah, let's fill it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I got to get
go.
my ticket. My goodness. But thank you so much for taking the time to be here on the original Homegrown. And I want you to come back down the road.
Absolutely.
This is going to be first of many podcasts with you, rising star, you and your band. You know, I always feel like the guys in the band don't get enough, but of course, you've got Nick Simpson and Tom Davis that back you up. And
I wouldn't be able to do it without them.
yeah. But you also, by the way, I've seen you pop up doing solo things
Every
as well.
once in a while, yeah.
You still going to do that now, or getting more busy with the band?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely focusing more on band
Okay.
shows. What's kind of happened to me is I get so used to playing with them and just honestly sharing the stage with them, having such a good time, and then when I play solo, I'm like, oh no, where are my friends? Where did they go?
There's the
But
guys,
yeah, I'm still playing solo a little bit and kind of keeping that part of me alive. But what's thriving right now is the band shows. So
Right.
and July 25th is going to be really special because a dear friend of mine, Avery Markle, who has her own band, she's a singer-songwriter. You should feature her. She's amazing. She's
Okay.
going to be joining me on harmony vocals,
Ooh.
and her boyfriend Jake is going to be playing bass and guitar on some of the tracks too.
So you'll have more musicians
Yes, and-
on stage.
And they're such great friends of ours, so
Exciting.
it's just going to be an amazing
Good.
night of friendship and music and celebrating this amazing feat of
I'm
putting
there.
out an album.
I'm going to go. I'm going. I am now telling everybody I'm going, so I'm going. I just got to get my ticket. I got to find my ticket. So I'll work on getting my ticket to that. I don't want to
Absolutely.
miss this. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for the local music scene with musicians like you and some of the other bands we've talked about that are doing original music and starting to get the scene alive again here in New England. And thanks so much for being here. Vanna Pachella and her Power Trio. Again, don't forget about that July 25th show. We'll keep reminding you. And keep smiling, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care of yourself, too. Take care of the beautiful voice and yourself. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
being here. This is the original Homegrown, powered by Aftermark Promotions. And I'm Suzanne Tenaire here at the Cape Media Center in South Dennis. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.